Perhaps some of you actually have already met our next presenter earlier today, Deanna Leitsky, who's the director of the CREATE Institute at MSOE. She's been very supportive of our alumni programs and events and sits on several committees and offers to speak about CREATE at alumni events. Deanna, I'm not sure where you are, but why don't you come on up? Here she is. Come on up and introduce our next award recipient, Ted Salgado.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. A couple months ago, Kathy invited me to come and to really introduce Ted for this award tonight, and I was just truly honored. Ted Salgado graduated from MSOE in 1976 with a degree in architectural engineering. He started his professional career at American Appraisal, and he stayed there until 1991, when he was still a rather young engineer himself, he took the ambitious step of starting Reserve Advisors. Reserve Advisors is a consulting company here in Milwaukee that provides reserve studies for companies or for clients all over the world at this point. They now have grown in the last 28 years to have 50 employees. They serve 12,000 clients throughout the U.S. and in 36 countries. It's incredible, the growth in such a small amount of time. I had the honor of working with Ted. I was actually hired as a new engineer 20 years ago. I was 10 years old, and worked for Ted for 7 years. So I actually have a lot of information to share with you that's not in your bio, that you have in your brochure. So let me start with some of the things that Ted taught me. Maybe I'll wait until the siren goes away. So one of the first things that Ted taught me is that it's really important to be caring and kind to your employees. When I was only with Reserve Advisors for about a year, I found out that I had to have both of my knees reconstructed, which was going to take about a year in different surgeries, and I was wheelchair bound for a good portion of that time, and I undoubtedly missed quite a bit of work. During that period, Ted Salgado made the choice to not cut a single penny from any of my paychecks. There was one time when I actually thought it was a mistake, and I went to Ted and I asked him why, and he said, "I know you'll be here for a long time and you're worth the investment." That is a lesson that has inspired me since then. It was very meaningful at that point in my life, and I thank you for that, Ted. The other thing that I learned is that slide rules really are a thing and they really work. Okay. So Ted, I'm guessing you may still have your slide rule on your desk. You certainly did 20 years ago, and you really found it very funny to show every new engineer and see if they knew what this ancient thing was on your desk or how it worked. So thank you for that. I learned that it's really important to know how to order a good bottle of wine when you're taking out clients. I will say that is a lesson that I have used many times in the last 20 years, over the many moons ago when you taught me that. So thank you for that lesson. It was towards the end of my time at Reserve Advisors that I was serving as Director of Employee Development, and that's really where I found my passion for teaching. So I don't know if you realize that, but you were part of the reason that I came to become a professor at Milwaukee School of Engineering. I've been here for 13 years, and there are a few other lessons that you taught me that I've been passing down to our students ever since. So one of those lessons is that active voice is better than the passive voice when making a recommendation. Some of my senior design students don't love that, but I always correct papers to the active voice, and I always have Ted in the back of my mind making that correction for me. You also taught me that it's really important to pursue your professional engineering license. I was under your tutelage when I earned that or achieved that goal, and I've passed that on to many students here at MSOE as well. Additionally, the advice that you always gave me when I didn't know what to wear to some business event or something like this was, when in doubt, dress up. And that's something that I constantly tell our students today, especially at career fairs. So it is my true honor to announce you and to share my story for this Alumni Achievement Award. You deserve it so much, and I'm so very inspired by everything that you've done, Ted. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Wasn't expecting that enhanced bio. but it was really special to hear all those things and thoughts. I just have a special thanks to the faculty, the family, the alumni, and friends. It's an honor, and I'm really grateful to be recognized by the university, so thank you. At its core, MSOE is its faculty, its professional support staff, and the students. And when I say the students, I mean all the student body. They work together to form engineers, nurses, and leaders in industry. And when they leave this place, they often are three things: capable to form solutions to many of life's unforeseen challenges. They're free to act on opportunities of service to their communities. And they're grateful to family and friends and their beliefs. For me, a loving God and Jesus. But I'm especially grateful to the many who've surrounded me and mentored me in living and giving to others. The many include family and friends, co-workers, but also the old and the wise, and the young and the little ones. You know, and once you have grandchildren, boy, they're special. They teach you a lot. And my wife, Marie. So thank you, Marie, for believing in me in the notion of starting a company called Reserve Advisors. Our engineering consulting firm, as you heard, employs a team of 50 engineers and professionals who provide reserve studies for thousands of condo and homeowners associations across America. Now, what this does is it empowers others to be excellent stewards of their community associations. All of these people are volunteer leaders in their own communities, which is really a special concept and brings worth to what we do at Reserve Advisors. Meaning. So the other thing is that when you leave this place tonight, I'm just going to challenge you to act on your opportunities, to support and nudge others to believe in themselves and a life of service founded in faith. You're going to be blessed and you're going to be grateful. MSOE is that place that helped me form a big part of who I am today. I'm not tooting my horn, but I'm really focusing on the university and all of those that surrounded me that made a difference in my life. Thank you very much.